Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Supercrest. It's coming to you guys to another video, and today we're going to be talking about how Epic ended their career. So as you guys know, a few weeks ago they removed Siphon as well as Mag Gathering per kill from the game, and it's just really destroyed the satisfaction level of the game. So I've played on keyboard and mouse for about 2 or 3 months, and here's some of my 90s. And this is a player that's played Fortnite since Season 1. So let's just say, theoretically, I get in a fight with this guy, and he gets a few good shots off, I get a few good shots off, and worst comes to worst, he's dead and I'm not. But I get out of the fight with 18 HP, and all the gunfire drew more people to the area, and so now I have 2 more people coming in to try to kill me. And I had no heals from it. I didn't get any minis or any bandages or anything to heal me from that fight. What do I do? What do I do in this situation? I have 18 HP and a whole nother 2 or 3 people are coming at me, and I'm one shot. I didn't get any reward for that kill. I didn't get anything assuring me that I can go on to the next fight and actually successfully win. You don't get health per kill, so it's just not satisfying. It's not satisfying to play. It's not satisfying to kill people. They're so focused on trying to keep the audience retention of the game high and the same that they're adding more and more stuff to the game that's breaking it more. As you guys saw lately, there's been texture glitches that are just destroying the game, ravaging the game. People are quitting because they can't even load in the textures of the places they're trying to land. They can't pick up guns or interact with any of the buildings, and that's all results to Epic adding more stuff that they don't need to, instead of fixing the issues that the community has showed them. Now, Epic has really listened to the community for the most part. Up until now, they have done pretty much so many things are in the game now because of what the community suggested to them, and I enjoy that. I enjoy them listening to the community. Okay, if there's a majority of the people in community suggesting something to be put into the game or to be taken away from the game, they should definitely be paying attention to that instead of just downright ignoring it. Now, I consider myself a pretty good player at the game. I've only played PC for about 3 months, but I think I have improved exponentially, especially due to Playground mode and Creative mode being in the game with all the practice courses, editing courses, shooting courses, everything that's in the game to help me improve. I think that I'm a pretty good player, but as you saw in the video earlier, there's players that are 10 times more insane than me, and that's starting to become the average player, which is actually just insane. And so you're landing at Tilted, or you're landing at Retail, or Pleasant, or something, someplace that a lot of people land, and it's a hot drop. You get a weapon, you get in a fight, you get damaged because there's someone in your house, you get shot to the face, you have like 35 HP, and you kill the guy. You kill the guy, he doesn't have any heals, there's not any heals near you, not any heals near the house, and there's still 10 to 15 people in that same town as you, and you're just stuck in the situation where you don't have any heals and you can't really do anything. You're helpless. The second you walk out of that door and get shot by anybody, you're dead. So a few days ago, Fortnite started a blog discussing Siphon and material change in the game. They said, let's start with the Siphon and building material changes. Under the pressure of intense broadcast competition, playstyles differ significantly from regular play, with less aggression in the early game resulting in a crowded end game, overabundant and turtling. First of all, they're not talking about competitive, they're talking about regular games. Since when have you ever landed a hot drop and got 0 competition? Nobody ever just runs out. I mean, a few people that aren't good at the game run out and don't challenge anybody, but you always get people challenging me. They continue with, we introduced Siphon during the pop-up cup tournaments to provide incentives for aggression that more closely resemble how the regular modes are played, and to increase entertainment value and spectacle. I can see that. Everybody enjoyed receiving health and shields from eliminations after we introduced the changes to the core mode, but there was an unexpected consequence. Players at large grew more frustrated with Fortnite play, feeling they had less of a chance due to encounters with high-skilled players with full health and shields. Ultimately, Siphon increased engagement for the highest skilled 10%, while the remaining 90% were more frustrated and played less. That's just downright not true at all. First of all, you've seen me doing 90s on Fortnite, I'm sure earlier in the video. I've only been playing for 2 or 3 months. There's people that have played this game a lot longer than me. If you're just now hopping onto the trend, then go to creative mode, go to playground mode, do 1v1s, do all the practice courses, do all the editing courses, do all the aiming courses that are now out. Just do something to make yourself better. I did it, and I'm pretty good at the game now. So the fact that they're saying the less skilled players are getting frustrated because they're pulling up with full shield and full health is just so stupid. Okay, let's put it this way. You are a low skill player and you have a moderate amount of health, and somebody comes up with it's an actual sweat, just an absolute sweat comes up to you. He has about 18 health, but he has a gold pump. He comes up to you, he hits you for 100, you're dead. You're dead just like that. But let's say you got a lucky kill and got 50 shield. You have 150 shield. He hits you for 100, you still have 50 health left, and you still have the opportunity to kill that player. That isn't an option anymore. It's not a thing that can happen anymore. It's the point that they're bringing up is just the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. They're not listening to the community. They're completely ignoring us, and they're listening to that quote 10% or 90% of low skill players. That 90% of low skill players, it just isn't true. There's so many people that are so good at this game now. 90% is such an exaggeration. There's no poll that they brought up that said 90% of players did not want this in the game. However, there is a poll brought up that said 90% of players do want Siphon in the game. So the fact that Epic isn't listening to the community is going to be their downfall. I think Epic and Fortnite in general is actually finally dying. I don't think it's going to be on the trend train anymore for much longer. I think Apex is going to take it over, or some other game is going to come out and take it over. Obviously, there's still a lot of active players, but there's several YouTubers that are just quitting the game. They're not fun. They're just frustrated with it. They don't enjoy playing it anymore. It's no longer fun. The fun factor has gone basically to zero with the amount of sweatiness that's in the game, and you can't ever compete with anybody just due to the fact that you can't have enough health if you don't get shields. You get into a gunfight, you get into a build fight, you kill the guy, you have low health, you get out, there's more people right there in front of you, and you can't kill them because you're getting one shot because of the lack of health you got from the last kill. Now overall, I've always thought of Fortnite as a pretty fun game, even when I was a low skill player back in like Season 4 or Season 5, and I wasn't really playing and getting a lot of kills. It was just overall more enjoyable to play. There wasn't as much advanced aspects to the game and as much complexity as there is now. And the way that Fortnite is going, especially with Fortnite just completely ignoring the community, just completely disregarding a majority, in fact, of people's opinions about how the game should be. The fact that that's happening, I don't think Fortnite's going to make it much longer unless they finally give in and listen to the community. But with that being said, it's been a long ass rant. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's been your boy Super. Peace out.